Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Israel Sanchez. I don't know if I should put my name completely on there, but I don't know if I should turn the light on. Okay, so this is my second video, and this is about why I'm overweight, why am I obese, why do I struggle with my weight the way that I do. There's a pretty simple question to it, or a simple answer to that, and the simple answer to that is, well, you're overweight and obese because you can't control yourself. You have no self-control. You're not able to control yourself. And that's one of the reasons why. But one of the deep-rooted reasons that a lot of people have these weight issues are because, and even people who have been obese themselves tend to then say that they don't really like other fat people. And I mean, okay. So the reason I have gained so much weight, and actually I'm the biggest I've ever been my whole life, although I've never been thin or skinny. And ultimately, it's not just about being fat. It's about a lot of other things like depression and PTSD. And bear with me because I wrote this down. So PTSD, depression, anxiety, and being homosexual, and then living with HIV as well, and fleeing the way that I do, not having a job, and with so many things going on. And everybody deals with these, not specifically what I'm dealing with, but everybody deals with something within themselves. And a lot of people who are drug addicts would tell you that, well, you know, it always seems to come back to drug addicts for some reason. But the way that I have been living my life, it's about my fear and survival and everything that I carry inside me. And also immigration. The way it shaped my life, the way people might perceive me or not perceive me, and also being gay, and which adds another layer of fear of rejection or judgment, of not being enough. And food is the easiest way out. As a matter of fact, that was me. That's how I would get spoiled, was through food. I think a lot of people have gone through. I think a lot of Latinos have gone through that. And then realizing that HIV is also a part of my reality, and feeling stigmatized, and the clashes within the gay community itself. And it is exhausting. So fear, embarrassment. I've let fear control my life for a very long time. But it's been long enough. I have to move on. I have to live my life. I have to be successful as much as you are allowed to be successful as well. And if you've ever felt like this in your own life, you're not alone. And we don't have to carry this shame and fear for the rest of our lives because of people who are bullies. because of people who maybe are jealous, or people who just don't seem to like you. And that's okay. I mean, not everybody has to like us or like everybody. And we don't have to carry the weight around like that forever. And we're allowed to change, and we're allowed to be different and do different without the opinions of other people's invading our brains or invading our about whether we should. And maybe that's just me, or of course that's not just me. And then specifically also with Latinos, who are a lot of them more overweight, and there's a dynamic within Latinos in obesity, especially with Coca-Cola or sugary drinks, that has played a significant role in shaping the food system in Latin America. And aggressive marketing strategies like Coca-Cola, which have sponsored events embedding itself into culture, a sugar tax that has been continuously shut down, trade policies, corporate influence, and processed food expansion. And that ensures a vulnerability, it ensures medical limitness, and justifies different divisions through Latinos. And so Latinos deal with a lot of obesity. And there's also a split within the dynamic of Latin America and their relationship, Latin Americans' relationship with the experience in America, because of the idolization of being white, of having white skin and looking as European as possible. And also the aggressive, the different trauma that Latinos go through that is done intentionally sometimes. But my personal experience with food has been one of comfort, has been one of making me feel safe or making me feel less lonely. And the whole political thing and all these different things that have played a big role in my being so upset at all the lack of knowledge that so many of my fellow Americans that I believe they knew. And although I know some of them really do know, it's just that they don't care because they like the outcome of what's happening. They're very intelligent people in positions that are simply just people who want to be dominant over different races. And that is true. And it's a different dynamic in the homosexual community with that. So everything added up in my life where I stayed stuck out of fear and embarrassment. I've had habits of overeating, which I can take the personal responsibility of it, but also such aggressive marketing towards Latinos that you see all the time, actually, because Latinos are like all colors. And because of the intervention that the USA has done within Latin American countries, and let's make it clear that these countries were run by conservative leadership. These dictators were conservatives. And to meet such an extreme was met with another extreme, which I think they called the pink era, was when Hugo Chavez was like rising up in Venezuela. And they pitted Latin Americans against each other for a very, very long time. That was one of the biggest embarrassments within Latin American countries was how much the governments betrayed them. So it's not a shock to me that this is happening. And it shouldn't just be about politics. That's when I get into politics. But that's the thing, that I just need to stay focused on my life, lose this weight that I've never been this big before, and even more, lose weight more that really needs to, I just need to get healthy. I felt this like sensation. I told this to someone that I have always felt like, I feel like this deep sensation that someone doesn't want me to be successful. Like, they don't want me to be able to get healthier, or they don't want me to be able to be a part of society. And hopefully this helps some Latinos, men or women alike, to know that they're not alone in this, and that machismo in this culture, and I know it's difficult within our own families that have these mannerisms that are just don't feel right sometimes in the society that we live in. And then there's a clash, and then there's these cultural different perspectives and clashes that happen that lead to these things, that because they've been propagandized even in their own countries, in America, because we're all Americans on the American continent, and those are just facts. So like I said, overweight, depressed with PTSD, have this sensation. That's my reason why I feel I am overweight and obese, because of what has happened and all these different clashes and all these different hurdles that you have to go up through, and I won't let anyone take that away from me, and nobody can take it away from you. And that's the depth of what people, because there's more to it. There's always more to it, and everything's relative, and it's always changing. That's why everything's always changing. But I got that point across. I got my point across. I was able to start my stretching, and that's how I'm gonna progress. And a lot of trauma and a lot of these things that are just embroiled in me, and letting it go and moving forward and being the best person I can be, and resisting through taking care of myself. And I hope Latinos can see this and just have a different perspective, and don't be so brutal to one another, and like not be so racist to other races, knowing and understand the propaganda that's been fed to us far longer than any other group of people on this land. And it's a long thing that needs to be unraveled, and it is unraveling, and I can see it unravel, and it's pretty interesting. But as I said, this is my life. If you ever felt shame and embarrassment and felt like a loser, or felt like you can't, or this, I hope that this shows you that you can. And also it shows me that I can. It gives me a reason to be accountable to myself. So I'm going to end it with that, because that's pretty long. So thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day, a good morning, a good afternoon, and a good night, wherever you are in the world. Hope you have a good day. Bye. And like, comment, and subscribe, and leave a comment, and yeah. All right then. Thank you. Oh, did I? Okay. Okay, bye.